in kind of sore need of joy, I guess. I guess that's what we're saying. I'm still really getting used to having short hair. Sorry, distraction. But we also are enjoying the sunset together. I think you can probably see over here and over here. The light as it's fading. It's so pretty. That's something that's only started now as we're getting into the fall months. Is that when the sun sets, it casts this beautiful orange light in my apartment that I'm just kind of loving. But anyway, it's very funny to look at myself with short hair and like almost kind of not recognize myself, or like just feel really different than I did before. It's like a definite change up. Anyway, so I have a stack of things. This is gonna be both like things that I've got and things that I have. I think it's mostly things that I've got, and maybe some like ideological things too. Who knows exactly where this video will take us. But where should we start? Let's start here, because this I would love. Oh, actually, let's start with this. So this is a ring that I got in Idaho in August, and I was driving home, or Montana. I was driving home on my road trip, and it was the last day of my road trip, and I really, I don't know, it was quite a day. I think I talked a little bit about my road trip. I did talk about my road trip, but it was quite a day. And we were getting dinner at this market, this kind of like outdoor market, like a farmer's market type thing, and we were kind of in a rut, me and my friend, and we went and got food, and she was waiting in line to get us food, and I was like, okay, I'll go get us like a tasty drink and like some fruit. And so I went and bought a bag of cherries, and then I went and bought a what is that called? I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by the sounds in the background. I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, I see the ambulances going by outside. Yikes. I bought a bag of cherries, and I bought a large cup of lemonade, of huckleberry lemonade, I think, and then I was walking back to the food, and I knew it wasn't ready yet, and we were kind of like arguing about something, or just like not having a good time together. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go look at some of the like stands. And so I went to this stand, and there was a jewelry stand, and there were all these like cool looking like Montana teenage girls like hanging out around it. And I was like, okay, and I like went up, and the style of jewelry was not what I would have expected for like having this queue of like cool girls hanging out around it. And this definitely isn't my like go-to style of jewelry. I'm not like, it feels a little bit like Western for me, or a little like almost like Americana, you know what I mean? I love like a minimal, you know, I'm a child of like 2013, you know, I love like a minimal gold necklace, right? likes him so much. But that's neither here nor there. So it was a little big. It fit on my ring finger on the day, but now, like, it's much too loose. But it does fit on my middle finger loosely, and then it fits really nicely on my first finger, and it also fits on my thumb, which I think is also kind of a cool vibe. Like, I've never had a ring that fits on my thumb. So anyway, and it's a little bit like translucent. Like, if you hold it up, the light kind of goes through it, like in front of a light. And I got it that day, and I didn't really, like, I don't know, I just was like getting it to kind of commemorate the trip, and like, I don't know, I think I'm such an earth sign in the sense that, like, when I see something beautiful and I want it, I'll usually get it. I love beautiful things, like, so much, and I love having beauty in my life and, like, sentimentality. That's, like, I mean, you take a fucking Taurus and Cancer rising and, like, so, yeah, I was really, really into this, and then that night, I ended up, you know, being really brave, and, having to have, like, a pretty, like, brave conversation with my friend, and now in my mind, this ring is just, like, my bravery ring. Like, every time I put it on, it's just a reminder to me that, like, I did that, and that I'm able to be brave and vulnerable, and, you know, trust that everything will work out at some point, you know. I don't think of myself as a very brave person generally. That's not a way I would describe myself. I think I've mentioned that before, but I think I'm coming to bravery more and more as I get older, which is so cool. And I don't know, some people are so brave right out the gate, you know, and if you're not, or if you feel like bravery isn't something that belongs to you, like, I hope that you give yourself the time and space to let it come to you when you need it, you know. Like, I don't know, I was thinking about this. Mauve made a tarot reading video which felt very fortuitous. Actually, that will just translate right into our next thing, because it felt so fortuitous, because I just got the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot, which is the deck that she used in that video, and I have been loving it. Like, I just think it's such a beautiful deck. And then she did her equinox reading with it, and I was like, what a small, connected world we live in. But I have the box right here. The deck of tarot cards is sitting over next to this lamp. If you guys would ever want me to make a tarot video, I would like to, but I also have some ambivalence around it, because tarot is something that's new to me, and something that is deeply personal to me, and I know it's deeply personal to every person that practices or reads tarot, and I don't want to, you know, sully tradition, or, you know, kind of step out of my lane, and I also want to do what, like, feels energetically right for me. But I have, like, thought of it and been like, oh, that would be really fun if I made a tarot reading video at some point, because I love reading tarot, and two of the things in this stack of things that are making me happy are tarot related, and this is one of them. So this deck of cards is really beautiful, and there's one in here that is, like, it's not an actual tarot card, but it's like an example card. And the thing that I find really beautiful about these cards is that they are like full. So they're the classic Rider Waite. So, you know, you have, like, you know, you have your Fool, and it's a really classic, like, drawings, but on the actual cards they are full, and they're borderless, and so it's just, like, really vibrant, and the colors just feel really, I think I've mentioned, like, I love makeup, I love beauty, I love all of that kind of stuff. And when I was a teenager, that was not something that I was really, like, allowed to participate in. And not because of, like, well, for a lot of reasons, but the most notable being that my mom didn't really want me to, like, be putting the like, toxins in my body or, like, on my body of makeup. And so she's not a makeup wearer. And so she was very anti me, like, wearing makeup or wanting to wear makeup. And of course, I was, like, obsessed with makeup. Not as a child, but, like, as a teenager, oh my god. I would go to the aisles of, like, my local drugstore, and I would just walk up and down them for, like, an hour after school, just, like, looking at makeup, because I couldn't afford it. But I, would just look at it and, like, fantasize and, like, swatch lipsticks and whatever. Similarly with perfume, my mother is very sensitive to smells, and they, like, make her severely allergic, which was also part of the makeup thing too, I think. But I obviously don't live with my parents, and so yeah, throughout when I was in college, because I would come home on breaks and live at my parents' house, I never really wore perfume. I didn't even wear, like, I couldn't really use, like, shampoo or conditioner that had too strong of a scent. But again, like, not being able to do that just made me, like, want it more, you know. I was really, like, I'm really, like, tantalized by people who smell good, you know, like, it's so attractive to me. And not, like, overpowering smells, but just, like, good smells. So I had a roommate who had the Glossier You perfume, and she also had the Chloe Eau de Parfum or whatever, and I became obsessed with the Chloe perfume and Glossier You. And then I also have one other favorite fragrance, which is the Indigo, the Nest Indigo perfume is, like, one of my favorites. And I think those all fall into this kind of like complicated and dark fragrance. Like, I really like a kind of, like, not musky, but, like, almost, like, verging, like, not a highly feminine fragrance. Like, I love kind of, like, a something that's, like, a little, like, woody, or, like, I mean, like, woody smells, musky smells, like, kind of, like, dark herbal perfumes smell so good to me. That being said, I don't really know notes of perfumes. But so now I have the small size of the You perfume, the little it's like a wax or an oil, but it's, like, hard. It's a solid perfume. And then I also now have the, like, actual spray of You. I like it. I like having, like, a perfume. I like having, like, a scent. Like, it, there's something about it to me that feels, like, inherently really feminine. And I think I mentioned this in another video, but, like, I don't consider myself, like, a high femme person that is, like, in my essence, in my core, like, in my sense of self, my femininity doesn't feel like it plays a really large role in, like, the person that I am. But, like, the things that I love and the way that, like, kind of this, like, really high femininity makes me feel is, like, really unique. It's a really unique feeling to me. I think because I spent also a lot of my youth very detached from things that I thought were, like, essentially feminine. You know, I was really, really tall. I grew up with, like, a very, like, big body, I guess I would say for myself. And I never felt like, and this sounds so dumb, but as a child, I never felt like other girls, you know, I thought other girls had this, like, essential femininity, and I didn't. I think, like, as I've grown up, I realized that that's not true. That was, like, you know, that was like a conglomeration of a lot of things, of, you know, my relationship with my body, and my relationship other women, other girls, my relationship to, and like my perception of things, like what is feminine, what are girly things, whatever. We don't really need to go down that rabbit hole too much further, but all that is to say, so my friend came to visit, and she had this perfume, and she put it on, and I was like, you smell so good, like I want to smell like that, like you. She just smelled like so girly, and it was funny because I was like about to put on the You perfume. She was like, you're gonna put on the You perfume to going out with the girls, and I was like, yeah, like, is that like what would, like, I like it. And she was like, oh, I only wear like, she's a couple years younger than me, but she was like, I only wear You perfume to like spend time with guys, like when I go to a guy's house. And I was like, okay. But she was like, here, like, do you want to try this one? And I was like, yes. And it is this perfume. It's the Carolina Herrera Good Girl perfume. And it smells to me like it is so, it's so girly. It's so like, I know that the notes are like tonka bean and like vanilla, I think, and like there's like a floral note on the top, and it is like, I just love the way it smells. I love the way it like sits on the skin, like it just, and I don't know, it just brings me to such a place. And like, I read this great book called The Scent Keeper earlier this year, which is about smells and the way that they make you feel, but it's like a novel, and it's so true, the way that a scent can make you feel. And like this, it's so funny because like I think of this as like a much like sexier perfume than the Glossier You perfume, but my friend felt the exact opposite. She was like, no, like I wear Glossier You to like hang out with the boys, and I'm like, no, like Glossier You feels like almost like a tomboyish like perfume, and this feels like a girly perfume. Like that feels like a perfume I'd wear to like hang out with a boy. Whatever, neither here nor there. But this has been bringing me immense joy, like way more joy than I could think imaginable. So my ask is, if you are a pure perfume person, and you may not be, and that's totally chill. If you are though, and you have a favorite, let me know, and let me know why you like it. Maybe a month ago, I was in Portland, and I was at this bar that I love. It's near my friend's house, and I love this bar not because it's exceptional, though it is very good. I love it for a couple of reasons. One of them is that they have a drink called the Water Sign, and it's so good. I also love it because I love water signs, and my friend, there's this guy who lives in Portland who I used to have a really big crush on, and he's a Scorpio, and I don't know, I've probably mentioned that I love Scorpios, and yeah, I remember we went to the bar with him at one point, and I was like, oh well, I want a water sign, and I thought that everyone knew that a Scorpio was a water sign, and my friend was like, oh, what are the water signs? And I was like, oh, well, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And she was like, oh, and do you love Scorpios? Like, you think Scorpios are hot? And this was like when I had a really big crush on him, and I was so embarrassed, but I was also like, damn straight. I will own with all my heart that I think like most Scorpios are super sexy. They terrify me, and they also are so beautiful. I love a keeper of secrets, you know? I love a mysterious person. Anyway, but we were at this bar, the Water Sign bar, and we're sitting outside. This is now like, for like, that story that happened was a long time, like it was like a year ago, and we're sitting at this bar maybe a month ago, and it's me and all my friends, and there just is this smell that I keep smelling, and I'm like, oh my god, that smells so good. And I was a little like, I was drinking, and I just kept smelling it and kept saying to my friends, like, that smells so good. was that smelled so good. We were like lurking around the bar because it was also outside, trying to figure out who smelled so good. And I finally figured out who smelled so good. Also, while I was at the bar, this was a very eventful evening because I like 60% sure, 70% sure that I saw Josie B ASMR. It was like a dream. She's so beautiful and so cool and like lovely, and I saw her and like we made eye contact and I was like, I know that girl from somewhere, and I couldn't place her there though, and I like felt like I knew her from real life, not from the internet. And we kept like making eye contact, and one of my friends was like, you should go over to talk to her, and I was like, no, I like don't know where I know her from. And then I realized I knew her from the internet, and I was like, no, I can't go over and talk to her. But in the process, I was smelling this person, and we figured out who it was who smelled so good, and I almost had the nerve to ask him what he was wearing, because I would love to smell that way, and I regret deeply that I did not, because he smelled so good enough that I was about to ask this person, this random person. Like, I don't really love to talk to strangers, I say as I like whisper on the internet. Anyway, but I didn't, and I'm heartbroken. So if you have any favorite smells and like perfumes, and like tell me what they smell like if you can, or just tell me how they make you feel. That's my plug, that's my call. Okay, other things that are making me happy. This is the Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence from Cosrx. And I got this like months ago, and I didn't like it when I first got it, but recently my skin, because I've been so sick, has been so dry and fucked up, and like I'm wearing a lot of makeup right now. Like it is, my skin's in a sorry state. So this is 96% snail secretion, which is called mucin, and it keeps the skin lose less moisture while keeping it smooth and healthy, and it's like the weirdest texture. I need to show you because it's so odd. But here we go. Okay, can you see? It's like, I'm gonna do a little dot because I don't want to waste it. Maybe I'll like put it on my neck. But like, it's like not, it's super gooey. Maybe my thumbnail right there is just me like fucking around with snail secretion. Gross. But it's been hydrating my skin really nicely, and it just feels so good on the skin, and the bottle is so nice, and I got it on Amazon. I would highly recommend. The next thing that I got, speaking of like super high femme things that I'm really into, so I got this purse because forever and ever and ever I've been obsessed with, well, how do I put this? I love Grace V and Maddie so much. Like, I've watched them forever. They're both like so lovely, and I just like, I've really appreciated their presence on the internet and in the ASMR community. I also love their the number of luxury purses that they have. It's like a little bit of like aspiration. Like, I just am like, I don't live a life in which I really necessarily need a luxury purse, but if I could afford one, oh my god, like I would love to have like a fleecy Boucher, like Louis Vuitton purse, you know? Like, yes, I would, as I said earlier, I'm a Taurus. Like, I love nice things, I love beautiful things. I even at one point bought a like Neverfull dupe on like Walmart because I was so obsessed with Maddie and Grace, and then I realized that I like probably could never carry it around because it even doesn't even like match my aesthetic. I would say, like, not really, but you know, it's like $20. It's just like a polyurethane tote bag, but it kind of looks like a Neverfull. And I actually used the little like pouch clutch that came inside of it a lot, and I So, I was supposed to be going to a wedding this weekend, and I don't think that I'm actually going to now because I'm still feeling really sick. And, I don't think that I will have the energy, but I may. I'll let you know if I do. And so, I got this purse. Speaking of fleecy crochet, I don't know. So this is the purse that I got. It is a crossbody situation, but the chain can be removed, and I also think it can be like shorter, so it could be like an under the arm purse situation. But it is like obviously a fake. I don't know. I don't think that it's attempting to actually dupe anyone. Like I don't know that anyone would see this on me and be like, "Is that a Louis Vuitton bag?" I don't know. I just like the vibe, and the dress that I'm gonna wear if I go is emerald green, and the shoes that I'm gonna wear are like gray snakeskin. And with this on my arm, I've got another thing that's been bringing me a lot of joy is the like glazed donut nails. I did these, and I've just been loving them. I had long nails like it for a while, but they were driving me nuts because they were so long. So there's nothing in this purse, but we can open it up just for kicks if you want. So it opens like this. It has a snap closure, I guess. I also got this one from Walmart, and it's from the brand Daisy Rose. And inside it just has some card holders and a kind of like larger inside pouch. But I'm not sure which way, if I do end up going to this wedding, I don't know which way I'll wear it. If I'll remove the chain and just have it as a clutch, because I have been kind of fucking with the clutch recently. Like I brought a clutch to my best friend's wedding, and it was kind of a look, honestly. Like I was pretty into it. I might do that. I wonder if there's a way to shorten this, to like make this chain shorter, to like double it up. I'll have to think about it. Like do something like this, like fold it and then loop it across the top, so it could be like an under the shoulder bag. I remember I used to have a bunch of under the shoulder bags, like little what are they called? Like not a sling bag, but there's like a specific word for them. They're becoming trendy again, because like everything that was trendy in like 2007 is trendy again. Like I never thought I'd have another pair of like gray pants with big buttons on them, and like fuck I do. So anyway, but this is the purse. I'm really excited about it, just generally for fall too. Like I think it's a cute vibe, and I don't know, it's just bringing me joy because it's cute. Okay, let's see the last thing. Oh, actually I have two more things. I keep being like, oh, I actually have a lot more things. Sorry. Okay. I don't want this to make an incredibly loud noise when I set it down, though. I was gonna say that might not be in my control, and it was not. The next thing that I wanted to talk about bringing me joy was this necklace. This necklace is, speaking of fine gold jewelry, this is from Missouri, I don't know, but my best friend got it for me, as like a thank you for being her maid of honor, and it has little sapphires, and it's just so dainty and pretty, and I don't know, it really delights me. She gave it to me, I think the day before the wedding while I did her nails, and it was really sweet. I did her nails the day before the wedding, and we hung out and like just laughed and had a good time, and she gave this to me. It was like some nice one-on-one time before the wedding, and least like 3 things of lip balm on me, and the other day was at work and was like, I need some lip balm, and I went through every pouch in my bag, no lip balm, every little like zipper pouch, like every container, no lip balm, and I freaked out. I was like, who have I become? And so I had to get myself some more, so I got the EOS one. This is in sweet mint, and like, oh god, the nostalgia that this evokes in me, like, this brings me back to like freshman or sophomore year chemistry class with my friend Bridget, and she would tell me all of her favorite lipsticks, but she also had EOS lip balm, and I wasn't allowed to wear lipstick really at that time, but I would go to the drugstore and eye it, and then also then ended up getting EOS lip balm. But this is not that one. This is a new one. This is a fresh one, don't worry. Okay, the last thing that I've been really enjoying is this book by Jessica Dorr called Tarot for Change. And this book, it's come up on like suggested things for me on like Amazon a lot, because I do peruse things on Amazon quite a bit. And I went to a local bookstore on my friend's bachelorette weekend, and we all went together, and we all ended up buying like $100 of books. Me too. But this book has been I've really been enjoying it. My other go-to tarot reference book is Michelle T's Modern Tarot. When I was first doing a lot of tarot research, I had borrowed my best friend's mom's copy of Holistic Tarot by Annabelle Wen. So I had like a lot of notes from that. And then I was also just doing a lot of research online. So like was obviously using like Labyrinthos and just a lot of like very basic tarot references online. And then I got modern, and so that was like the foundation, and I watched a lot of like YouTube videos. I started following some people on Instagram. My recent favorite has been AP_astrology. I think he uses he, him pronouns, but maybe they, them, I'm not sure. But anyway, I know their name is Anthony. Does tarot spreads for like each seasonal change. So like when we're going into like Libra season, they post like a tarot reading, and yeah, I just really love it. But they also like do astrology stuff, and I really love the link between tarot and astrology. For me, that's a powerful one, but I know some people might not feel so connected in that way. Anyway, so 2 of the books that I got at this bookstore, one of them was Holistic Tarot by Annabelle Wen, because I felt that I had really started my journey with tarot in that book, and I felt like it would be a good time to like come back and kind of check in. Holistic Tarot was just so comprehensive. I mean, like, it's interesting because I had been using Modern Tarot as my reference, and Modern Tarot was written by Michelle T. She's a writer and an author, and like a real kind of like poetic writer, like really lyrical, like just has like a masterful hold on her craft. And so reading about tarot cards through that lens is informative, and it's very like artistic, very, I don't want to like be redundant. It's very artistic, it's very like loose, it's very flowy. Like it almost feels like being in a river, it's like the flow through it is like amazing, and like it's really, and the nuggets of wisdom that Michelle T drops are just like gutting, I think now at this point I've read every entry in that book like at least once. I wonder actually, I'm so curious. But I love the way that she writes, and like I kind of assumed stepping back to like modern wearing socks. So this book, the byline, or not the byline, the subtitle is Using the Cards for Self-Care, Acceptance, and Growth. So Jessica Dorr worked in the field of psychology, and she also was connected to tarot. And so basically, so she talks in the introduction about like tarot and psychology and how those two things are connected, and basically every entry, so each card has maybe a couple pages. So this is for temperance, and it has like 1 or 2 pages of writing that is basically like going to therapy. One of my most recent favorite ones, well, I just read the 4 of Cups one, which was like pretty I really enjoyed it. It was about listening. So 4 of Cups looks something like this, depending on what iteration of the tarot you're looking at. The 4 of Cups looks like this, and the classical interpretation of it is like not being aware of like the gifts that the universe is handing you. Like, this person looks sullen, they look discontent, they're only looking at the things that they have, they're not looking at and like being unhappy with the things that they have, they're not looking at what the universe is handing to them, especially in terms of the emotional sphere, since it's the Suit of Cups. And this entry, oh my god. So she says, the 4 of Cups is one of those strange cards that seems to tell me a different secret every time we meet. Given that the number 4 often connotes stability, and the cups relate to water, the fact that the basis of this card would be prone to shape-shifting, as water does depending on the vessel it's poured into, makes sense. And so she talks about the various interpretations, because also some interpretations of the 4 of Cups are saying, okay, the person under the tree is not unhappy, they're resting, they're considering what they have before accepting this gift from the universe. There's like a lot of interpretations of it, in the way that many cards in the tarot have so many interpretations. And she talks about she continues on in this chapter to talk about how do we engage with the tarot, and how we project our inner world onto the world around us, and how can we just listen more to the world around us, and how can we pause and like take that moment of contemplation, take that moment to just like be open to what is happening around us, because she like asserts that so little of our lives now requires us to listen. To get food, we don't have to grow it, to even like to connect with people on social media, we don't necessarily have to listen to them in the same way as we do when we're sitting with someone or when we're sharing with someone. And she just is talking about how little of our life requires listening, and how it's so easy to project the experiences of our inner world onto this almost blank canvas of the world as we could experience it. Anyway, the last paragraph says maybe it's less that we don't want or know how to be receptive, and more that we're just scared to be. We're scared to let go of our agenda and listen for what wants to happen. We don't know how to tolerate the emotional reality of things not going our way. Sometimes we feel safer projecting our imaginings of how things ought to be, crossing our fingers and praying for the best. Even though so very often that creates suffering. But what if there were another way? A way where we could listen for what's being offered, uncross our arms, hold out our hands, and accept it. And I think I've been thinking about that so much recently for myself, in terms of this, things, those demons come calling of, like, maybe I should text him, maybe we should hang out again, whatever. That I can just listen, that I don't have to act, that I can just listen, and let what wants to happen. Like, I can just take my hands off of it. Anyway, so this book has been bringing me a lot of joy. It's like some new insights into the tarot too. It really is bringing me a new perspective, and it's bringing a lot of like fun when I pull cards to then look at this book and reflect on her reflections, I guess. So that concludes things that are making me happy. If you have some things that are making you happy, feel free to share. I would love to know what's making you happy if you made it this far. Yeah, I appreciate you. I'm glad